Everyone, and welcome to ReinaMoesDesigns. And today we're gonna do 3 really super easy projects that are super cute for my upcoming wedding. So if this sounds like a tutorial that interests you, please keep on watching. Okay, so this is the inspiration for what I will be creating today. And you guys are probably thinking, what exactly is this? Well, this is actually a foam rose garland. Now on my second channel, I will be doing a review for a company on this particular garland and other products that they're sending me. However, I not only ordered products from them that they are sending me for free, I ordered the exact same products and paid for them because I want to see if I do a review for a company, I want to make sure that whatever information I give you guys is going to be pure and authentic. Now, I would never fraudulently say that I like something if I don't like it. The thing is, if they're sending me something for me to review, I want to make sure that I would receive the exact same shipping satisfaction if I'm just anybody ordering something. So I ordered from them the things that I wanted, and I also ordered from them the same things that I paid for with my own money, so that I can see, you know, is there a difference? Do you do super speedy shipping for someone that you want to review your products and give you a good review? Do you treat your real customers, paying customers, the same? So anyway, so far the only thing that I've received is this, and so this I believe is the one that I actually paid for. I haven't received the box with the things that they are supposed to be sending me. But anyway, I just thought this was so cute. And so it's a garland. I'm not going to stretch it out, but it's a garland that actually blinks or stays on solid. So I ordered it in milk white, and then I also ordered it in the pink. So far this is the only thing that I have received. And like I said, I'll be reviewing that on my other channel, which is ReinaMoes World TV. So if you guys are interested in looking at that type of thing, or anything with me and my Boo Bear on it, any kind of vlogs with the kids, anything like that, it'll be on that particular channel. But when I received this and I actually looked at it and dissected it, I saw, you know what, you could actually make this. So that's what our tutorial is going to be today. The Dollar Tree has these wonderful fairy lights, if you're fortunate enough to find them. And these are the silver wire ones, but they also have it with the pretty copper wires. So these are 10 bulbs, so obviously your garland is not going to be as long as this one, but it'll be long enough, especially if you're lining them like on the food table, which is what I'm wanting to use this for, as just little blips of cuteness throughout the venue. And so when you open it up out of the box, this is how long, and I hope that you can see that, but this is how long your wire is. So it's just enough that you could actually sit like in front of your main entree, and you'd probably have like 4 or 5 of these lining your table. But I just think that they're just so adorable. So this is the white light. I believe that they also have it in warm light. But you guys have seen where I have shown you these particular foam flowers. Now this one is the really, really bright white one. This one would be what I would call milk white. And these are supposed to be 3-inch rose heads. So what I'm going to do is take these rose heads out, and I'm going to count 10 because it's 10 bulbs on here. I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the plastic because you know that it makes a lot of noise and then you can't hear what I'm saying. So I'm going to take 10 of them out of the paper packaging, and when I come back, I'll show you the next step. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take these foam rollers. I've plugged up roses, I'm sorry, not rollers, foam roses, and I have plugged up my styro cutter as well as my hot glue gun, and I'm going to use this styro cutter, which I don't know if you can see that it's smoking. And these are fairy lights, so the bulbs are really, really tiny. So I'm just gonna make a little hole just big enough for me to fit the fairy light into, and then I'm going to use hot glue to go around it to help secure it inside each one of these roses. So I'm just going to find the center and then just use this to cut a hole into it, and it melts it really good, real easy. And it just cuts a little slit in there. I just want to make sure that I melt it really, really well so that I can fit that light bulb in there. And if you can see that, there's a nice indentation there. So I'm just going to place this down. And then with this very first fairy light, I'm going to just fit it inside, just like that. Just barely inside that hole that I made. And then I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to put hot glue right in here to help hold it and secure it onto and into this particular foam rose, just like so. And then I'm just going to let that cure, and I'm just holding it. Because remember, it is foam, it heats up, so it takes a little bit longer for it to go ahead and set. So I'm just holding it, making sure that it sets. If you want to blow on it or put a fan on it, then you can. But I'm just going to hold it for a little bit. And I'm going to go through this exact same process for all 10 of these lights. And then when I come back, I'll show you exactly how it looks. Okay, so here is all of our roses attached to our lighted garland, and look how cute that is. It lights up just enough, and I love that it has a little bit of a hint of green tone to this particular rose, you know, because that's the Pantone color of the year. It's green, so it's different shades of green actually. But I just think this is going to look so good with the regular garland that I'm going to have on the food tables. And look, it didn't cost me very much. This particular battery pack LED fairy lights was $1 from was $1 from Dollar Tree. And then these roses were $1.25 from King Dollar. But also remember, I have the ones from Amazon where it comes 80 in a pack, and I think it's less than $10. So if you had those same foam roses, because they are exactly the same, then you can use those and break the price down and make multiple ones. And it's very, very easy to do, and it doesn't take a lot of time. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one was like $5 or $6. So even though it's a little bit longer, actually it's quite a bit longer, but even though this one is longer, you know, we made this particular one for $2.25 basically. So, you know, it's a really, really cute project, and I do like these rose garlands that I picked up, and I like the ones that I've just made even better. Next on, we're gonna do a second project because this one was so quick and easy. So stay tuned. Project number 2, I'm going to take a 2-inch sphere ball, and I'm going to take these foam roses and show you how I created this quick and easy DIY that we'll need for my crystal garland flower wall. All you do is you'll take your 2-inch round styrofoam ball, and then this is a package of 80 flowers. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my count was between 21 and 25 little roses. It really depends on how tightly you pack them together. So all you need for tools is your hot glue gun. So all I did was put a thin line of hot glue, and then I just stuck my roses on. And remember, it depends on how tightly together you have them touching as to how many you're actually going to use. So you can use more, you can use less. It really just depends on you. If you wanted to spray paint the styrofoam balls to get rid of any kind of white background that you have, you can do that as well. It really just depends on you. Since these are going to actually be used in that flower wall, I'm going to be having them suspended in air from the fishing line or the jewelry. They have jewelry line that's invisible that you can actually use as well, which is what I'm going to be using because it's actually a little bit more stretchy to me than the fishing line. The fishing line works, but it just doesn't have enough give for forgiveness, if you will, in case you make a mistake. So now I'm just placing all of my flowers in an upright position into the glue line that I have. And I'm just following it all the way around. And just placing them just like that. So I'm going to do half of this particular sphere, and then when we come back I'll show you how the completed sphere looks. So this right here, I'm just going to finish in the center by adding a little bit of hot glue and placing my last probably 3 rose heads in to this hot glue, and then I just kind of hold it and form it into a ball. And so this is the half sphere right here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. Completed sphere looks like, and I think it's super cute. If you wanted to spray a little mist of adhesive on here and sprinkle some super fine glitter, you could. If you wanted to put an embellishment on every bud head and have little diamantes on here, then you could definitely do that as well. If you wanted to stick ribbon in here and have little loops of ribbon coming out, you could do that as well. But since I'm gonna have these as hanging orbs that are suspended in air, I'm just gonna leave it just like this. On to our next project. Next, I'm gonna take this particular diamond wrap and I'm gonna wrap this particular sphere so that I can create this beautiful, which my daughter calls disco ball, that I'll also be using on that particular wall backdrop that I'll be creating. So keep watching. What I'm gonna do is just take a piece of this particular diamond wrap and just cut straight up. I'm not gonna do any measuring because with this one, it's almost like you're creating a patchwork pattern, because you will end up having to cut and wrap individual strips. And I measured before and I had this much left over in waste, so we don't want any waste. So all I'm gonna do is continue where I left off and cut away these strips, and slowly but surely wrap our ball carefully with this particular diamond wrap pattern. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, put it on the back of the diamond wrap, and affix it to the styrofoam ball. And then I'm going to continue doing that all the way around. I'll put just a small amount on the back of the diamond wrap and affix it to the ball, just like so. And I'm just going to go all the way around in these individual pieces, making sure that I don't get a whole lot of glue, because it will come off and that doesn't look very nice. So I'm just going to continue all the way around with the same motion. I'm not going around and around and around. I'm actually going around and then I'll go across, because I'm trying to fill up the space of the sphere using these kind of mismatched patterns so that it actually makes sense. And like I said, just be real careful with the hot glue because you don't want a whole lot of webs on this mirror. And of course, there's always an easier way to do it. If you want to measure and cut strips, you can, that go all the way around. That's definitely an option for you. But because I did that the first time around and it didn't make my process any easier, I decided, you know what, let me just go ahead and use up my scraps, because you have to do kind of like a piecemeal, make it fit in different portions of the sphere anyway. Now this sphere is a 2.5 inch sphere, whereas the one for the rose balls is 2 inch. So let me show you what those packages look like. The 2 inch packages, you get 12, and I think I got these at Michael's. You get 12 balls in it, whereas the 2.5 inch, you get 6 balls in it. And it's just a 1/2 inch difference, but that 1/2 inch does make a huge difference. So I'm just going to continue moving right along with these different strips and continuing with my pattern. And it's very time consuming, so when we come back, I'll show you the final look. So once we've taken and added all of our strips, this is what we come up with. So now I have 2 of them, and it's really cute. Now, if you study it, you'll see that there are a few flaws, like a couple of the pieces are overlapping and such. But for the most part, because this is something that's gonna be hanging, no one should be looking at it that closely, but it'll just be suspended in air. So I hope you enjoyed these particular 3 easy projects that are DIYs. I'm gonna bring them back over here so that you can see them. Give me the rose ball. And I hope that you really enjoy these DIYs. These 2 will come together in that crystal flower wall that I'll be doing, and then you'll really get to appreciate just how special these are. But for our first DIY, I really think that this little floral garland is so adorable. So if you like these particular tutorials, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're so close to 10,000 subscribers. And share all of these videos that you can, the tutorials that you can, especially after you get to see the final one where I actually use these pieces. You guys are going to be so shocked and so pleased. And on that note, have a wonderful evening. Bye.